the forces that are participating in this, what you call mass in the world, they are using this wounded masculine and the wounded feminine aspects of the being to create this mass. They give false masculinity and false femininity. And they create a power struggle between the two aspects of being, which eventually goes to women and men. Most women will think that they are representations of the feminine power or aspect. But if you represent only the feminine aspect of the being, you're a half. You're a half human being. You are not complete. You reject an important side of your being. When women say like words like toxic masculinity, they reject the masculine side of themselves. They don't reject men. They reject their own masculine aspect of the being, and vice versa. So what happens is that when you teach men that masculinity is like being a soldier or a warrior or a strong body or whatever, and competing and achieving and looking for that you are worth more than the other in order to feel good with yourself. This is what we call toxic masculinity. But it's not the masculine that is toxic. It's the understanding or the perception of his own masculinity that is toxic, mainly towards the man who has this perception. Now, when the powers of the world are doing this, straight from elementary school, they teach what they teach. They create a great chaos, and nobody knows. We can't distinguish between masculine and feminine, men and women, and the two hemispheres of the brain, not only that they are not synchronized, there's hardly a communication happening between the two hemispheres in this world now. This is part of the big problem that we see around us. It's like the power of the sun and the power of the moon, with eclipse of the sun and eclipse of the moon. There is a shadow. There is a separation, growing and growing and growing, and we need to really awake our consciousness to this problem, which is a problem in divinity. When we are not connected, we are not complete or whole human being, which means synchronizing the aspects of the feminine and the masculine, we lose our divinity. Because the divinity is oneness. The divinity is the two sides or the two aspects as one. When they are not inside us, and of course in the embodiment of this in the world, then we lose our divinity. And the result can be that some people, very left brain, wants to see the future of the humankind in connecting with the machine or with the computers. Because they looked at ourselves, they are looking at ourselves or the human race in a mechanistic, from a mechanistic point of view. It's a machine, and what we have to do is learn how to operate the machine or to fix the machine. And the best way to fix the machine is to computerize it. And that's what they're trying to do, to solve the world problems, but making men and women more and more similar to a machine. We are going to lose not only the femininity or the masculinity, we are going to lose the male and the female qualities. There's a great chaos happening now, and we can be a part, if we want, by synchronizing our two hemispheres of the brain and reconnecting with the heart. We can be a part of the change, and humanity is going towards that. There's a lot of people that are awakening now and realizing that it's not a power struggle that will decide the future of the species, but the capability to cooperate. That's what we need, more and more cooperation, more and more sharing information and data and feelings and everything else. I hope I answered.